Yo. What's up? How you doing? We're back. We're back. Doing what we feel. What I feel like doing is delivering you a divine message with some God codes that will only make sense to you. So, with that being said, sit back, get real relaxed. And we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. Let's see what the Divine has to tell you. The Divine has abundance. It has abundance for you. You are abundance. You are abundance. You are infinite abundance. You are infinite abundance. You are infinite stability. Infinite energy. You are what everybody seeks. You are what everybody seeks to become. The Devil and the Eight of Swords. Okay. You are perfect. You are infinitely abundant. You could do anything. You have infinite energy to spend. And when you have infinite energy to spend, you're not going to live on a budget, are you? Queen of Cups. No, you're going to live lavishly. Knight of Swords. And the King of Pentacles. You're going to live lavishly. You're going to live to the max every moment of your life. So, if you feel like you have an influx, what does that even mean? A flowing or coming in, often a large arrival of people, things, or data. Exactly. If you feel like you have an extreme influx of energy, of creative power, of creative ideas, then create. Then do it. Put it all out. Use it all, because you have infinitely more. You are balanced. And I'm not going to say incredibly balanced. I'm going to say you are balanced. Because you can't measure balance. Balance is balance. To be balanced is to be balanced. And that's you. You are balanced of light and dark, of masculine and feminine, of light and dark. You don't listen to any false prophet. In fact, you are your prophet. You are your best example. You, right now, are your best example. Not the thought that you thought of a long time ago. Not the person you were. Not the person, that other guy. You, right now. You are your best example. You know, if somebody's guilting you, then they're lying. If somebody's making you feel guilty for your dark side, then they're lying and they don't know what they're talking about. Because you are an established soul. You came here to lead. You came here to be an example. You came here to enjoy yourself, to be an example of enjoying yourself. And some people want you to swear by them. Some people want you to swear by a book. You don't live by a book. Books are like synchronicity. Books are an extension of your consciousness. It's like, oh, yeah, that's valid. I'm gonna go on and live my godly life because you are the God in your life. You see beyond duality. And there's been devils. There's been devils who are competing with you, who have been trying to compete with you, been trying to compete for you and for what you have and who you are. They're trying to prove to the world that they deserve what you have, that they deserve what you desire. And they're just competing with themselves. They're not competing with you. And you're realizing that now. They were never competing with you. They were going against a wall. They were fighting a wall because you weren't there. Now, if they come up to your face, they're not speaking to you because you're everywhere. You're infinite. So what they think they're speaking to is just a mirror of themselves. And these devils, there's a lot of them. Some of them more strategic than others. There's devils who really want you to be guilty. They really want you to feel bad for who you are. Feel bad for how integrated you are. You are perfectly balanced. Perfectly light and dark. You ground with the angels. You ground with God. You ground with the Mother. And then you live your life wild and free with no thought. You're not going to adopt any thought for them. You're not going to stoop down to their level. You're not going to mold yourself for them. No. You're to live your life. And if they're in the way of that, then you will continue to live your life. And if they continue to try with these games, then they're going to be very sorry because you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop being you. And you're not going to put on a mask. You are confidently yourself. Confidently emotional. Confidently in love. And I'm telling you, so many people were against you. Most people. Most people were against you and still are. Fighting your energy. Fighting what you are. Fighting your freedom. Fighting the freedom that you emanate. And what they were hoping for. What they were hoping for is that they gang as much people. The devil was hoping that he'd gang as many people as possible to all turn on you. To all say that you are wrong. And then you crawl up in a ball and lose. Now that could have happened if you gave in. But you were never going to give in. So what's happening now? All of them are facing what they sowed. All of them. And it's a lot of people. And here you are, on your throne. Perfect. Perfect. And you see, back then, it was hard. Back then, it was a struggle. Back then, it did feel like a war. Because you were feeling the doubt they were projecting. You were fighting them. You were fighting their war, which turned you into them. It made you feel their energy. And once you awoke into that, you were set free. But your system was still dealing with trauma. Your body was still dealing with PTSD because you had just went to war. But now you see it, and you're regulated, and you're grounded. Now the world's in your hands. Now your life is in your hands. Now you're free. You're free, and your wings are far spread. Now you choose. Now you choose what you create, the impact you have, who you embody, the energy you're giving off. You don't have to comply ever again. You could be exactly who you want to be. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is there anything else? The Five of Wands, yeah. I'm telling you, there's heavy, heavy competitiveness around you. Heavy jealousy. And they won when you fought back. They won when you fought their war. Fought their war. But you're no longer responsible to feel their war, to fight their war, to feel their pain. You're like, nope. Whatever you think, you said, whatever you think you're fighting me for, take it. Try it for yourself. Take my role. Try it. Please. If you were able to do it, then you would do it. So go ahead. Be me. You can't. Because I'm the sun. And the sun cannot be duplicated. And I love you. This is justice, my friend. I love you. I love you with all my heart. God bless you.